Hello, my fellow rushers. How are you doing today? KingRex here, and today we're gonna be doing a challenge that I suggested to the real Morgan a while ago. I've been waiting for weeks, but he never responded or addressed it, so I decided to see the answer for myself. So, for today, we have a pretty important question. The question is, can we beat Kingdom Rush Frontiers on Veteran with just Crossbow forts and Mirage? Well, let's jump in and find out, shall we? But of course, before we begin, we have to explain the rules of the challenge real quick, so here we go. Rule number 1, we're beating the main campaign. Rule number 2, we're playing on veteran difficulty, already set in. Rule number 3, we're using only Crossbow forts, which is the tier 4 upgrade for the Archer Tower. And we're locked pretty early, so that's good. And we're using Mirage.
They won't see me coming.
A hero that everyone hates. Well, at least most people, I suppose. And the last rule will be, we have to upgrade as we progress. 5 stars per level. I'm sorry, I know some of you may be wanting to, upgrade 3 stars, but 5 stars is just a little bit easier for me. So yeah, we're starting off from scratch and we're upgrading as we progress. So yeah guys, that's about it. And without any further delay, let's get right into it! Alright then, well, what do we have here? Level 1. You already know, it's easy. There's nothing to talk about it. However, you may be thinking, is it even possible to beat the game like that? Because, sure, the archers are really good in this game, especially Crossbow forts. But Mirage, nobody really likes her that much, for some reason. Also, we have the ripoff of Veznan, Malagar. He's gonna be trying to set Umbra free, but we're gonna stop him in the end. But for now, let's start upgrading the reinforcements, which sadly in this game they are pretty bad, I have to say. Like, they're not all that awful, but in comparison to the original Kingdom Rush and Origins, they just don't seem all that great for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know how to really explain it. And here, what do we have? We have a lot of wolves. Easy. Or are they? This one actually almost got through. Alright, then I have to up my game, I guess. I'm just too lazy, I suppose. Alright, let's upgrade that and let's get some archers upgrade. And here, what do we have? Here we have our first problematic enemy. That's gonna be in here for quite some time. We have the Immortal. And this guy has medium armor and he summons a mummy every time he dies. Which is kinda meh. I mean, the mummy is not bad. It has no resistances and it's pretty slow. So it's not gonna be too much of an issue. Unless we kill them like right at the very exit. Which then it could be slightly problematic. But now let's talk about Mirage for a moment. Because a lot of people seem to hate her for some reason. I mean, yeah, sure, she is really squishy. 300 health and no armor, it's very, very bad. And combining that with her damage is pretty... I don't want to say bad, because her DPS is kind of decent in a way. Sure, 16 to 23 damage may not seem all that much, but she has fast attack rate, so technically speaking, she kind of makes up for the lowish attack with her attack rate in a way. And her abilities are pretty decent as well. She has the dash ability where basically whenever she receives a melee hit, she can dash backwards, which is pretty nice. But before we continue, let's get the reinforcements because I want my bows. Oh yeah. And speaking of bows, we got the Crossbow forts. And now everything is gonna go down with relative ease. Oh yeah, indeed it will be. Now the question is, can we do it? Can we be fast enough and destroy this level? Well, we'll see. Here we have Scorpions. Scorpions, they're kinda pain in the butt because, they have high armor and they poison your guys, so it's pretty difficult to stall them. I mean, look at that. Look at how long this Scorpion takes to get down. Oh my god. Come on, Mirage, there you go. She assassinated him. That was her last ability, I believe. And basically, she... I don't remember the exact cooldown, though, to be honest. I'm not really good at remembering cooldowns for most abilities, but... basically, whenever she does that attack, she deals 270 true damage. Yeah, it is true damage. I thought it was physical damage, but apparently no, it is true damage. And she also has 25% chance to insta-kill an enemy, which is going to be really helpful later on, because we're going to be facing off against some really problematic enemies towards the end. And also, one of her other abilities is the Shadow Attack. And I don't remember if it was called that, but it's probably something else. Basically, she summons 4 shadows of herself, and each shadow does 40 true damage. Again, true damage. Which is pretty interesting because I never thought Mirage did any sort of true damage. I always thought she was just straight up all out physical damage and kinda like the archer of the game. That's about it, but no. That true damage can come in handy. And speaking of handy, this Dune Worm, as you can see, he ate some of the scorpions, which was really nice. If you didn't know, the Dune Worm can, you know, kill other enemies, not only your units, which is pretty nice. And now let's upgrade some of the archers, or should we get the meteor? Nah, let's upgrade the archers. The meteor is not needed for now. I mean, here we have our new enemy, the Sand Wraith, this guy with the staff, and he's kinda meh. All he does is just summon mummies. I mean, sure, I think he also heals himself, not quite sure if he heals other units, but he probably does, let's be honest, he probably does. And other than that, there's not all that many issues. I forgot to mention the Dune Terrors, basically the worms that go underground. And they're pretty much, you can't attack them unless you stall them, which, you know, when you're doing a challenge like this, it could be a little bit problematic, but they're not all that bad. Hence why I'm not mentioning them all. Alright, sorry, my cat was just, my cat was scratching my legs. Sorry for that. Sorry for the sudden silence. And yeah, by the way, I have a cat. She's really nice. She's so puffy and cute and yeah. Alright, let's not talk about my cat. Here we have wave 15. What do we have on wave 15? Well, we have an enemy that I also forgot to mention again, because it's so easy, the Executioner, the big guy with an axe. I mean, look at that. Look at the barrage, just melting him. He just melted like butter. Like, he has no armor. The issue is that he does a lot of damage and he can insta-kill your units. However, he cannot insta-kill your hero, which is making him a lot easier than he should be. And yeah, he goes down, and the level goes down as well. And well, I'm proud. Now let's get the archer upgrade, because, you know, more damage, and yeah, we're gonna get the Scorching Earth, because why not? However, here, the wealth cards. Yeah, what happened here? Alright then, well, what happened was I lost quite a few lives on wave 9. I don't know why, but wave 9 was just pretty difficult. I don't know, maybe I was spending my money wrong, maybe I should have got more barrages instead of more crossbow forts. I don't know. I know what I did wrong there, but okay, I guess we lost some lives, but it doesn't matter. We're trying to see if the game is beatable that way. We're not trying to complete everything NOL on veteran mode, 3 stars every time. I mean, sure, I used to be a pretty big perfectionist, you know. Always try to beat the level NOL and get the 3 stars, but as I started doing these challenges, I realized that once you already get it, like, it doesn't even matter. Like, what's the point of completing the level on veteran with 3 stars NOL if you already did that once? Like, you're not gonna get anything else in return, other than, you know, maybe some likes here and there and people saying, oh my god, that was so awesome. And whatever, it is what it is. Now here we have Sand Wraiths, 4 Sand Wraiths if I'm not mistaken, and you have to kill them really quickly. Otherwise, I learned the hard way that if you leave them for too long, they're just gonna create too many mummies and kill you. So yeah, now here we go for the boss. Come on, let's see how easy you are, Nazuru. Would you look at that, he just melts. What a disappointment of a boss. Get out, man. Get out and let me through. You shouldn't even be a boss, you're that easy. Oh, alright, after this disappointment, what should we get? Probably meteors. The archer upgrade is cool, but I feel like the meteor will be a little bit more useful later on. Oh, and now speaking of disappointment, this level is also pretty disappointing as well. I mean, look at that. Look at that. There's like no enemies that have armor in this level, like none. Sure, I lost 2 lives earlier on, but that was because I underestimated the spiderlings. Because they're really small and they're really fast, and archers tend to miss these types of enemies. And yeah, that's why I have 18 hearts. But who cares? 18 is 18. It doesn't matter. As long as I get the 3 stars, because this level is really easy, as I said. However, later on we're gonna get a little bit more of a problematic enemies that we have to face off. Especially one which I am really worried about. And if you play this game, you already know who he is. If you don't, well, you're gonna find out in a minute after we beat wave 15, which is really boring though. I mean, look at that. Look at how boring it is. We just have savages, witch doctors, which, you know, they can heal them, but they just melt to the barrage, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Matriarchs, they just die straight up. You just have to kill them a little bit faster, otherwise they're just gonna spawn a little bit too many baby spiders, and some of them may end up leak, which, you know, could be problematic. And yeah, other than that, the level is super duper easy. Also, these girls over there, they helped out quite a bit, so credits to them. And now let's get the last two upgrades for the meteor. Oh yeah, here it is, the cataclysm. And yeah, that's about it for now. And now here we have the problematic enemy. No, it's not the Gorillan. What, you thought the Gorillan was difficult? Nah. You're just gonna go down by the barrage with relative ease. We're talking about the enemy that comes up on this wave, however. This green boy over there, the Earth Shaman. This guy has high armor, which is really problematic. And on top of that, he has an aura around him. And any savage that gets close to him is gonna get high armor as well. So yeah, this guy, you have to kill him really quickly. Or try to separate him. But it's not really, but it's kind of difficult because he usually spawns in the middle of the group, which is really clever for Minor High to do that. But you know, you just have to spawn kill them, separate them, or do something else. But you just don't let him get too far into the map, because if he gets too far, well, you're kind of doomed. And yeah, that's about it. The Gorillons though, they're easy. I mean, look at that. They just melt. And now let's get the last upgrade for the archers, and that's about it. I don't want to upgrade anything else for now. Maybe on a level where I see it's too difficult, but I don't think I will. And now here we go with the Lost Jungle, the level that Cousinus just struggles quite a lot. If you watch his streams, you already know that. I mean, I'm post-recording it, so I'm not quite sure if he beat it already, or if he didn't, but I'm pretty sure he's still stuck on it. Like, this guy's dedication is ridiculous. I wish I had that much free time to focus on the game, but unfortunately I don't. You know, I'm a senior, I've already said that, I have a lot of stuff coming up, and I can't focus all of my time here, I have to study a lot. But you know, for you guys, I can do anything. And this part is pretty easy. Also, by the way, I forgot to mention one thing. I really appreciate you guys for reaching 100 subscribers, that means a lot to me. I mean, sure, I haven't made a video on it yet. I have one that I'm planning on doing, but it's just really difficult. Let's just say that. I'm trying to do it, but it's gonna come up probably next week, so apologies for, you know, posting the video a little bit too late. You know, usually most people just post like the day or the day after they get 100 subs, but I wasn't able to do it. Also, yeah, what do we have here? We're defending pretty much at the very exit, but with my skills, I was able to pull it off NOL. So yeah, I mean, look at this. This level, honestly, it's not too bad. Only beside wave 15, it is pretty easy, if I do say so myself. So yeah, as I was saying, the video will probably come up next week on Saturday, and it's a pretty special one. I thought it was gonna be easy, and I had a second guess if I should, you know, post it, but believe me, it is pretty tough. And yeah, I'm not gonna spoil what it is, of course. I'm not gonna do it, but you know, just I'll be posting something. Now let's get back to the game, because yeah, what do we have here? This level, it's honestly kinda difficult, but it's only difficult if you are unaware of what you're doing and you have a bad micro, because you need to time the rain of fire really well, because everybody is coming out of this temple and they're grouped up really nicely. So if you get the right rain of fire, you can just decimate them and just be happy with your life. However, if you mess it up, they're gonna split up and you're gonna be pretty doomed, because you can use the rain of fire on everyone. But for now, what do we have? We have the Trickster, which is, I forgot to mention him. He's the guy who just resurrects everybody and turns them into zombies. And you think the zombies will be twice as weak, but no, they're twice as strong. They have 500 health, they have 30 to 50 damage, and they have no armor. But I believe they're a little bit slower, but I'm not quite sure. And yeah, I know I lost a life, but who cares? Here we have a lot of Gorillons. The Gorillons are just trying to sneak through, but would you look at that? Mirage just melts through them. Also, I have a lot of gold. I should be spending it. Yeah, I remember that I had a lot of gold there, and I spent some of it, you know. I don't think we needed all that much gold, because look at that. The map is just filled with crossbow forts, and the barrage ability all the way up. It's ridiculous. And yeah, this level is gonna go down in any minute now, and the last Gorillan will go down. And now here we have another boss. But would you look at that, his health just melts. Look at that. Look at how fast he's gonna go down. Insane. How are you supposed to be a boss when I can beat you like that? What a disappointment. Speaking of disappointment, this level I thought was gonna be super easy. I played this level many times. Like, many. They're countless. However, this level decided to take its revenge on me for talking trash, and would you look at that, these myrmidons, the bigger lizards, they're gonna end up sneaking through, unfortunately. I should have timed my rain of fire a little bit better, but unfortunately I wasn't able to, and yeah, I lost half my lives there. I know it's kinda bad, but whatever. We also have the brutes, the lizards with the lashes, I think. I don't know if they're laser lashes. Oh, man, I can't say that word, damn it. I don't know, basically the lizards with the green lizards, while the myrmidons are the blue lizards. Damn, I need some water. Alright then, now that I drink some water, I'm ready to go. Here, however, we have Mirage's lair, and Mirage's lair was pretty tough, to say the least. I'm not gonna include all the fails, I'm not gonna include fails because otherwise my video is getting a little bit too long, because even though I'm not showing any loses, any time I lost, that doesn't mean that I haven't lost on this level before. I still lost quite a few times. I lost like 8 or 9. This is my like 10th attempt, I think. And the issue is wave 15. Wave 15 is just really tough, and you need some really good timing on everything, pretty much. And now, by the way, a quick trick for Birsat for those of you who are newer to the game or didn't know that for some reason. Whenever he takes off and starts burning your towers, you can just click on his gold pile and you're gonna get extra gold. And that way, hopefully, you'll be able to beat the level a little bit, you know, easier. And now wave 14. Wave 14 is not that bad. We just have the myrmidons are pretty much the big issue, because you know they have armor. They have like medium armor, I believe. I don't think they have high armor. Yeah, it was medium. However, the savants, the guys with the staff, they're the big issue, because would you look at that, they just keep on spawning and spawning enemies, and that can end up being really problematic, because if you leave them for too long, they're just gonna overwhelm you and kill you. Believe me, I died that way many times. And speaking of that, we lost to 2 myrmidons. Well, it sucks, but whatever, it is what it is. We still beat the level nonetheless. However, this level, holy crap, this one took quite a long time. It took me approximately 5 hours. I know, it may seem a lot, but in reality it wasn't all that difficult. It's just wave 15. Wave 15 is so awful. And yeah, I know I'm losing quite a few lives here, but that was because my micro sucked and I was getting tired of it. Hence why I went down to 14 hearts. I was able to do it with... I was able to get to wave 15 with 20 lives, but this time I just couldn't be bothered, so yeah. I mean, even if you get with 20 lives into wave 15, it still is really difficult, and you're probably not gonna succeed with 3 stars. I think this level is impossible with 3 stars. And if you can do it, well, you're just micro god, and I'm willing to pay you like, I don't know, 25 bucks, who knows. And yeah, now we have the savants, and the savants are the bigger threat, because would you look at that? They just keep on summoning small enemies and your towers are focusing on them, and they're making way for the brutes to just go right to the exit. I mean, would you look at that? The brutes are barely damaged. And I'm trying to use everything. I tried the rain of fire, but unfortunately we lost most of our lives. And this guy's got a lictor. Oh no, Mirage, yes! Mirage was able to kill him. Oh yeah, Mirage, you're my savior. You know what? After this challenge, I really started paying a lot more respect towards Mirage. Sure, a lot of people say that she is bad, and yeah, in comparison to everyone else, she kind of is, but you have to give her some credit where credit is due. She was able to pull me through all the way to the last level. Like, I'm impressed. I don't use Mirage all that often, and after this challenge, I think I will incorporate her in my gameplay a little bit more often. I'm gonna start paying her a lot more respect. And now for the last level. Now, the last level is honestly not too difficult. I died a couple of times, but that was because I had a bad micro, or I just didn't read the wave and I got screwed over. Especially wave 15. Wave 14 is not too bad. You just have mostly a bunch of myrmidons, a bunch of these blasters, the guys with the guns, I don't remember their proper name, and the brutes. That's about it. However, wave 15 is where things about to go down, and you have to be really careful, because you have the savants once again, and the savants are pretty much the big issue. And I mean, for now we're doing somewhat of a good job. No, you're not getting through. You're not getting through brute. You're gonna go down with relative ease. And for this part, no, we're still fine. I mean, look at that. I'm impressed. How does the crossbow forts holding against all of that? Very impressive. Yeah, crossbow forts are amazing. Especially with their boosting ability. They just boost themselves to have more range and to have a lot more, you know, critical chance. I believe it's like 15%. And here we go with Umbra, the last boss. Well, get over here, Umbra, and go down. But look at that. Look at his health. It just disintegrated. What? I was expecting a difficult boss fight. I mean, sure, you're gonna destroy my towers. And he destroyed the really good ones. The ones which I upgraded to the Falconeer ability. So that was kind of clever. But still, you're gonna go down super duper quickly. I mean, look at that. We're already down to your third phase. Holy crap. I was expecting something difficult, man. Come on. Give me some difficulty. Stop going down so quickly. Come on. Come on, Umbra. You can do it. And now he's just gonna go down. What a disappointment. So, in the end, the question must be answered. Can you beat Kingdom Rush Frontiers on Veteran with just Crossbow Forts and Mirage? Surprisingly, yes. You can do it indeed. It was a lot easier than I was expecting it to be. Sure, the Dark Descent and Beer Sass Lair were pretty tough. But other than that, the game is a lot easier than you think. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future. And while you're at it, drop a like on the video. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next one. Until it comes, that was KingRexy, over and out.